Okay, this is part 2 of 3. So I just did the devotion, and so this is part 2. I wasn't going to do part 2, but I do feel like I need to be transparent because I I'm struggling with this like a lot. And the hurt was done about 14 months ago. And I would say it's probably the worst hurt that I've had ever. Um, Two people very close to me in my life um, said some very nasty things to me um, during when I was getting treatment for mental health. And I still struggle with it a lot. And I've seen many counselors. When you're in mental health, you see several counselors. Well, you don't, I'm sorry, you see a counselor. So I was at two different places. So I was in the inpatient and then I had an outpatient. So I had a counselor inpatient, a counselor in the outpatient, and then I had a counselor when I came home. And every counselor that I talked to said the same thing. And like when I said what was said to me, it was whoa. Like they knew for me to overcome this was going to take a lot. And it still takes a lot. And I don't think I know that I have truly forgiven. I have not forgiven. For one person, I'm able to hide it a little bit better. And for the other person, um, I'm just really choosing not to be around that person. But I know my counselors weren't Christian based counselors. And so their advice is there's people that will always be in your life, but you can just choose not to have a relationship with them and just forgive them, but never have a relationship with them because the words that were said were pretty bad. And there was apologies, but I can't ever imagine fathom those words coming out of anyone's mouth, let alone somebody that really couldn't see their worth and was struggling. And so I'm struggling. There it is. I'm struggling. Just like you all. Not you all, but I know some of you are struggling. Like I'm not, just because I give these devotions doesn't mean I'm not struggling. Is was my point to that. And so it takes constant prayer and asking God to guide me through this. And to be honest, it's hard to pray for people when you're so angry at them. But I know that there's magic in that. So I make a commitment to pray for these two people every day. Um, there's well, it's three, two or three. And one person should have known better. The other, I don't know. I don't know. So I told you I was going to be real. I told you I was going to be authentic, and now you're seeing what's burdening me. So if that's you, I get it. It's hard, and you don't really ever know that the pain is going to go away. Um, and then when you see a counselor, the counselors are very good at making sure you protect yourself and that you have boundaries, but sometimes it's hard. Like I'm like, but I need to do this, and they're like, you don't need to do anything. No, you don't have to let everybody and anybody in your life, even if it's family. So, all right, I have a part 3 that's a little bit more lighthearted than this one that I will be sharing as well. So it has to do with stickers in the 80s. All right, I hope this helps you. Maybe you can help me. You can give me the guidance that I need on this. I appreciate any words when it comes to healing old wounds, which a year is pretty fresh. So, all right, I hope you have a great Saturday. Stay tuned for part 3.